there any way to permanently off Peter Pan? Welcome back to Peter Pan lore and Peter Pan facts with me, your Peter Pan hobbyist and enthusiast, using my Peter Pan hobbyist enthusiast brain and knowledge to bring you fun facts, lore, and trivia, talk about the world of the Neverland, the story of Peter Pan, and answer you guys' questions. And today we're going to talk about, can Peter Pan actually, die? The answer is both yes, and at the same time a huge resounding no. And it sort of depends on how you interpret the source material, but here is what we're going to draw from. So in the play and in the novel, Peter Pan nearly meets his demise several times. He nearly got shot by the pirate's cannon, but thankfully it missed him. He nearly died by drinking the poison that Captain Hook had put into his medicine cup. He nearly drowned on Maruna's Rock, which is where we get the epic line, "To die will be an awfully big adventure." He could even have died any number of times during his fights with Captain Hook, including earlier on Maruna's Rock when Hook clawed at him. If the crocodile hadn't arrived, Peter could have died. Why doesn't he then? And is that a sign that he is in fact essentially immortal and unable to be killed? Well, that's kind of up to you. One way that you could interpret this is to literally take it as a sign that Peter cannot be killed, that the Neverland itself will step in and help him at any given point, as it could appear that it's doing. Now, there is the connection between Peter and the Neverland itself, and obviously they are hugely important to one another, so this is a fairly concrete argument, I would say. I do think that the Neverland is potentially setting some things in motion, and it could be argued that Peter is essentially immortal, if nothing else, while he's on the Neverland, because the Neverland Island is going to look out for him. You could also argue, on the other hand, though, that just because Peter faced his demise many times and didn't end up dying, that doesn't mean that he never can, it just means he missed it so far. Both of these arguments I think are quite valid. So what do you think? Let me know in the comments down below, and now I will explain why I think it's sort of a combination of the two. For me, I believe that Peter Pan could die. I think he absolutely could, but it would only be when his luck ran out, when his friendships ran out, and when the island that cares about him and everything else ran out or wasn't quick enough or able for some reason to help him. Got so many interesting things at play here. You have got the luck of, say, the crocodile showing up, but again, you could describe it as fate or sent by the Neverland itself. Equally with the Never Bird, who goes to rescue Peter not because they're good friends, but because she cares for him. You could argue that the Neverland itself cares for Peter and sent the Never Bird, or allowed her to be in the right place to notice him, that kind of thing. So you can definitely smush them all together and say that the Neverland could be behind some of it, but some of it was also essentially Peter's own doing. He made people care about him, even without realising. Ultimately, though, I do believe that he is able to die and to be killed. I think it might take a lot of doing, but I do think it is possible, because at no point during the story is he described as being immortal. He's just described as being different and other. He's a betwixt and between, no longer human, but I don't think that he is undefeatable. So that's my opinion, but what do you guys think? Let me know in the comments down below.